After a convincing first showing, Buddy Hield followed up with a 27-point and 7 threes performance on the road against the Utah Jazz. I want to break down how he finds openings and allow his teammates to create extra space for him in the Warriors' offensive system, capitalizing on the run and gun style that the Dubs are implementing this season. So let's get to it. With the shot clock winding down, Hield gives it back to Steph for an on-ball two-man game. The Jazz guards smartly switch, but with Colin Sexton angling his body towards the middle of the court where there is help, if you're Keontae George, you just can't help that much one pass away off a terrific shooter. If it was anyone else, I would understand, but one dribble by Curry catches the full attention of George, easy pass, and that's already 10 feet of space that the defender has to make up. Now you're forced to close out and jump on the shot, so Buddy Hield pump fakes and is a one dribble rhythm three. I would imagine as the season goes, opponents are going to lock in on Hield way more. Even off a jump ball, John Collins pretty much picked him up, but as a shooter, this short pass by GP2 creates full momentum and rhythm into your body, as Hield simultaneously catches and turns around to lock in at the basket. Any real hooper knows when the opponent's hand is down, you're just letting this one fly. If you look at the spread offense in Golden State's system, everyone is constantly moving without the ball. GP2 does not like this first option with Looney on the right wing, so he turns around to go for a dribble handoff to Hield. However, this simultaneously acts as a screen, so Payton casually slips this by doing a slick technique by pushing off the defender's back. This creates some sort of confusion in the Jazz defense, as two players are unsure whether this should be an on-ball switch or not, allowing GP2 to get behind the defense. Great lead pass by Buddy Hield, and even with a great rotation by John Collins, Payton is an absolute monster as we know at finishing in the paint. Tough layup here. Watching Buddy, he makes moving off ball like a full sport itself. The dude is constantly sprinting to get into open areas. First, he's behind the defense on this fast break, but he realizes that Andrew Wiggins is trying to drive to the paint as well. He'll notice that his defender is going to naturally turn around to help, so he creates the perfect kick-out pass by sprinting to the strong side corner. Easy decision by Wiggs for the assist, and the Dubs are pulling this one away. Why don't we break down a Buddy Hield defensive highlight? Can't believe I'm ever saying that. On this Keontae George drive, Kuminga intentionally angles his body towards the sideline to try to ice the ball handler. The goal is to force him to use his weak left hand and towards help, where both Curry's waiting in the corner and Draymond's helping on a deep drop to either contest a shot or prevent the pass to the roll man. On the weak side, Buddy plays his action perfectly by coming over to rotate early, predicting that George is way more likely in this situation to pass a roll man versus the long cross-court pass to the weak side shooter in the corner. Easily picks this off to create a 2-on-1 fast break, and the rest is just easy basketball. Even on the semi-fast break off a defensive rebound, Buddy is literally the furthest one back, but he fully sprints and points to Kuminga to attack the middle of the floor to create havoc. Hield knows that JK will receive the attention of the defense, freeing him up to run to the left wing. This leaves both George and Williams confused as to who's picking up who. Absolutely miserable communication here, as Buddy gets a wide open three when JK rewards him. This one's also funny, probably represents more as to why the Jazz are going to be ass this year. Hield is once again behind the defense sprinting on the baseline, and you literally have Walker Kessler be like, yo, I'm a shot blocker and need to stay in the paint. One of you small guards go pick up the shooter in the corner. But Colin Sexton up top is just confused as to what's going on. Buddy's straight camping in the corner with his hands up for like 5 seconds. Great underrated team play here by Kuminga to set this pick, not allowing Markkanen to recover by the way, which gives Wiggins just enough room to slide this pass in for another three-pointer by Hield. Now let's see Buddy and the Warriors go to post-split action. Draymond's got the ball in the post, and he's 90% of the time in this situation reading the two-man here. Buddy and JK pretty much pretend to set screens for each other, but knowing that Hield's strength is his shooting and not his layup package, Kuminga sees that Sexton's playing on the wrong side way too low, so he sets a final screen for Buddy to curl up top. This is just beautiful read and react offense, and Buddy comes around the bend and does the rest. Alright, I just eat my words. Got no breakdown here, but I guess Buddy does have a layup package. The dude just decelerated into a left-right Euro step layup. Man's been hooping with Steph clearly. Last but not least, another example of teammates knowing where Hield's position is. I'm sure playing with Klay Thompson all these years has made these motions very natural. Right hand drive by Melton, but the weak side low man decides to come help for some reason, even though Melton has a big man on him. So it would have been a tough layup at the very minimum, but GP2 signals for the pass to Hield, who he knows is relocating to the corner. Simultaneously, Payton sets this back pick to prevent Jordan Clarkson from being able to close out, and this is just fundamental basketball passing. Buddy Hield would never be more open. There you guys have it. Buddy Hield continues his extremely hot shooting to start the first couple games of the season, and his teammates have been feeding him the ball well. This is pretty much a plug-in replacement for Klay Thompson, but shout out to Hield for maximizing his role so far in the Warriors offense by finding open spots on the floor, creating solid passing lanes, and playing off ball as a catch-and-shoot player. Like I said in my first video, they pay him to shoot, and he's been unconsciously releasing the basketball. He even had a couple defensive highlights. The expectation is to ride his hot hand in his 20 to 25 minutes and be a spark off the bench if the Warriors need to generate offense. Granted, they've only played against lesser teams, but this is a great sign of what can happen for the rest of the year when they can get hot in any second against teams with much better defensive discipline. It seems to be a match made in heaven so far, so I'm getting more excited as each game goes by. If you guys like this breakdown, like and subscribe to see more.